Hey guys, welcome to the video. It's Jay, Ginger Ninja, and today I'm just going to go through my Marsh Cup run in the Northwest All-Stars Discord server. So yeah, my team is on the left. I haven't included anyone else's team. Been a bit lazy, and to be fair, I didn't think I was going to do that well, and I didn't think I was going to do a video. I haven't done one for a while, so I just thought I'd just put a quick one together. And you can just see some of the play. So yeah, getting straight into it. We have got me up against Luke. So wasn't really sure about how good this lead was. So I stayed in and just thought, well, I know I can tank a few moves. So I didn't shield the first one. Shield the second one, just overcharge and trying to bluff for the earthquake, but then I think the stone edge is super effective, so just end up throwing two of them. And he only uses one shield, and then I force him to throw because I can mud shot him down there. So it's quite unlucky because obviously I think probably neither of us really knew that matchup. I've come with gold back. Get a bit of the farm on the go. Obviously the idea is kingdra's in the back for the closing situation, and to be fair, I used kingdra in like so many different ways I think in this cup. In other cups that I've been in, I've just failed in my use of it, or not. I've like not brought it, or I've just made really poor decisions. But I feel like in this cup, I used it right. I used it properly. I utilised it as a lead, as a closer, not really as a switch. Definitely not for this cup. It's not really made for to be switched in, unless you want to give it two shields. Well, that's why it's more use in the lead or as a closer. So anyway, game one out the way. So second game, going for the kingdra lead. I've got Dustclops in there. I just like Dustclops. So I've got a Fire Punch and a Shadow Punch on Dustclops, and I had some fun using it. So I beat the Marowak anyway to the charge move and make it a CMP tie. They don't shield and I get their attack debuff, so that means I don't have to shield. It's Shadow Ball. I think that's the right moveset for me. If I was going to run Marowak, which I'm not, and haven't yet in this cup, it'd be Shadow Ball over Shadow Bone just for the raw damage, to be honest. So now this is an interesting matchup. It's like both got like spammy-ish moves, both got some tank about them, and both got moves which don't really do that much damage. So yeah, this can go on for a while, but I'll go for a Fire Punch because I think it'd do more damage because it's unresisted. I know Shadow Punch has stab, but I just felt like Fire Punch might have done more damage. I think here I'm just seeing what's going to do more damage, to be honest. And then he swaps in it to Marowak, but I'm just like, nah, just get it gone. Not interested. In comes Shiftry, and I've got goal back in the back, so pretty comfortable situation. Shield up the foul play, which is good. Not really much point in baiting from the Shifty's point of view anyway, to be fair. 7 snarls in it to 2 foul plays, so then in comes the Dugong again, throwing the Poison Fang. He doesn't shield. A mistake in my opinion. Should be shielding the one that isn't debuffed, because now he's forced to shield this one. And I've still got a shield and I've still got Dustclops in the back with a little bit of energy, but it's got no chance now. So I mean, it might not have made any difference but it would have been a little bit closer maybe. So it's 2-0 in round 1 so far. So game 3. See how I've changed it up. So I think I'll lead, Ferrothorn into Crossall, so I've got the lead again. And yeah, I think it's, I want to say it's plain sailing from here. So he swaps in Sableye, but I am loaded on energy, so I'm just like, well, yeah, I'll have some of this kind of thing. I'm like, well, I'm gonna take a shield, and then I'll swap out. So I take shield, and then, yeah, cool. I get a little bit more energy. Then I'm gonna swap it to Kingdra. And my thought process here is, the reason why I swapped in Kingdra is I'm just gonna use it as a meat shield. Like, I'm just gonna not shield anything, make him use his energy off his other mons, because of the raw damage of Dragon Breath. It's just too much, so forcing him to use his energy. So now I can come back in with Ferrothorn, and obviously if I save both my shields with Sableye, pretty much Sableye with 2 shields beats like so much of the meta. So feeling pretty comfortable, and he's not really got anything on his team that properly like threatens my Sableye. Obviously he's got Shiftry, but he hasn't brought it this game. And yeah, this is GG. I think a shield this Bone Club. Yeah. Like, I obviously knew it was a Bone Club, but I was just like, nah, I'm just gonna shield anyway. Maybe he's got some sneaky tactic of straight Bone Club, and that'll win the shield deficit. But nah, no point in 2 shield flexing. So I finished him off with a few foul plays, and yeah, GG. So first game, first round, 3-0, lovely start. I think I only dropped three matches in the whole tournament. So yeah. So next round, a Shadow Shiftry lead into Kingdra. Now this is, I don't know, scary. Shadow Shiftry is scary, man. Shiftry on its own is a scary one. So I know here I need to get an attack debuff to be able to sort of like win this out, because he can get to another Leaf Blade before I Dragon Breath him down. Doesn't get the debuff, so I've swapped out into Sableye, which is questionable, but then he swaps out as well, so that's worked out for me. Obviously I've got an energy advantage on my Sableye to his. We both got 1 shield, so I'm either going to force the shield or win switch, which is what Sableye does so well. So I've won switch back. Brings in his Shiftry, snarls down, he's at another move, so I bring in Kingdra, hoping that he's going to throw, because Dragon Breath should be able to like get him down. He swaps out, and in the back he's got Wormadam Trash, and I've got Quag. Now this finale of this first game was insane. So I get Stone Edge off, and now I'm just like shitting myself, to be honest, because I'm like, hold on, this is going to be close. So he throws Iron Head instead of Bug Buzz, which I think suited me. Like for me not shielding, I think he should have gone Bug Buzz, but you can correct me if I'm wrong. So I shield up now, and I've just got to farm up as much as I can. I'm going to throw my charge move before that confusion registers, so that won't do any damage to me. And then Shiftry comes back in, snarls, gets 1 snarl off, tries to get the second, but before the second one registers to KO me, I get a Stone Edge. Like, jeez, that was close. But yeah, GG, that was yeah, squeaky bum time, that one then. So I'm considering a goal back lead, but I'm like, do you know what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Should have went with a goal back lead. So the kingdra into Shiftry of the shadow variety. Obviously going to shield the first one, and then I'm hoping that when I throw the Octazooka, it'll debuff them. But I get greedy, I overfarm by 1 Dragon Breath, which then forces a CMP tie rather than me throwing it early. Don't shield because I can't waste my shields. Can't go 2 shields down, that would be ridiculous. Luckily I get the debuff, so I'm able to Dragon Breath him down to like 0 HP. Brings Sableye in because I know he's like 1 snarl off. And I'm going to Shadow Claw down, so I'm at an energy advantage. He brings his own Sableye in to meet me. So feeling like I'm in a good position. I should get to the second fire play before him. He uses his shield, then we get a little bit of lag, and I'm like, don't you fucking dare. But it's okay. Get there. Throw fire play, and then we both simultaneously KO, and he's got Quag in the back. So yeah, happy days. Quag off, and I've got a shield, so I'm just gonna go straight to Earthquake. And yeah, job is a good one. Now I'm not sure how good or how bad my team is, to be fair. I enjoyed using it, but I feel like there's probably, well, there is better mons to use. Like, why use Dusclops when I could use awak? If I want the fire damage, I've got Fire Spin. I've got, Shadow Bone, Shadow Ball for the ghost damage instead of Shadow Punch. So, and then obviously you've got the bait move of Bone Club. But I don't know, I just like the tankiness of Dusclops and the spamminess. I think it takes people by surprise, and the different movesets it's got with the different punches. So anyway, I commit with the goal back lead and catch the Shiftry again because he is a persistent motherfucker. So then he swaps into Sableye, a tanker move, and then I bait the Shadow Ball with the Poison Fang. But he doesn't like fall for the bait, so that's a bit annoying. So I swap in Kingdra. I'm going to tank this move, and then I'm just going to Dragon Breath down, and then it just means that I've got energy to throw at the next mon, which is going to be Shiftry. So I'm going to throw Octazooka. See, I've built up quite a bit of energy there. So he's gonna shield because it could be an outrage. I got the attack debuff, which is great. I considered shielding there, but I thought, nah. I know he's got the attack debuff, but I can't Dragon Breath him down that quickly. So I'm gonna bring in Golbat so I can farm. He swaps into Madame Trash. I'm gonna throw a Shadow Ball and then run away, which lands, and then obviously Dusclops in the back. Fire punches galore. So pretty much a GG. I mean, I shield here, which is questionable, but probably safe. Build up a bit of extra energy. Throw the fire punch. Doesn't shield it, so we get KO'd. Then comes the Shiftry, and then yeah, I should be fine here to get a couple of Shadow Punches off. There's one, shields that on. Probably could have baited, but he already called my other bait, so I was like, no, don't need to bait. There you go, because you just get there so quickly, like spammy little guy. Cool. So yeah, another 3-0, I think. Yeah. So feeling good, enjoying it. And then face against Jen, or Miss Havana, and she had a really interesting team. She's got like Whimsicott, Drapion, obviously a cover the lead here. First time I'd faced the Whimsicott, and I've got a flash cannon for a reason. So I'm going to go straight flash cannon, because my standard style is I don't really bait, but I haven't played Jen much, so she doesn't know that. And she found out there, in comes Drapion, and I'm like, Jesus, this is chunking me quickly. And I throw a power whip for some reason. This is where, you know, you just like, see brain farts. I could easily have got to another flash cannon, so taken a shield. But I didn't. I threw a power whip. And now I'm in a pretty bad position. So I've got Golbat and Sableye in the back, both of which don't really do much to Drapion. And it took me like, well, till after our matches to even click that Drapion had bite. I was completely just not, wasn't with it for these three, really. I think that's a bit of an, I think I'd just played another game again in another tournament and got like my ass handed to me, and I think I was probably a bit tilted and just like not focusing and just not really picking sensible lines against her team. So yeah, well, that was another funky one that she had, yeah. Rainy cast form. So somehow I take this first game, and I'm not really sure how. But yeah, I win game one, and I was just like, I don't know what happened, to be honest. Wasn't really like, I think even during, like just then I'd zoned out. Even when I was playing it, I zoned out because I was just like, what the hell, Drapion's killing me. So I lead, and this is a 1 lead. Then they swap in Rainy cast form, and I haven't got Ferrothorn, and I'm like, why the hell did I not bring Ferrothorn? Like, what am I playing at? The hardest counter to win you got, and Rainy cast form, and she had Celia on her team as well. Like, what? You know, you're just like, what are you doing? I don't know what I'm doing. So I've stayed in this matchup because obviously I've got Golbat in the back and Sableye, and I think Sableye can take this in the twos, but I really need to keep switch advantage, or wanted to keep switch advantage because of Golbat. But obviously that just didn't happen. So I bring in Quag. And the spam of the weather ball begins. And then in the back, I do a swap, and then she's got Drapion. And yeah, that's just like, what? You mean, what are you doing? Just taking. I mean, I was going to say if I took a little bit more time, I just wasn't thinking straight at the time, clearly, but how annoying. Painful to watch. And then I think this next, I don't think I had a chance after this, but I'd definitely throw the wrong move. Pretty sure I should be going for Stone Edge there, because I don't think it's resisted, but I don't think it's enough. But I might have got to that second one. But we were never know. So that's 1-0. So that's my first game drop. So I'm like, right, second game, I'm like, right, come on, sort your shit out. And I had a Ferrothorn, I'm pretty sure I had Ferrothorn in the lead for a good minute, and then I swapped to Golbat last second. And yeah, just haven't learned, just Why am I leaving Golbat? Obviously for the wins he got. I mean, I know why I'm leaving Golbat, but I mean, Ferrothorn was just such a more safer option as a lead. Or the Dusclops, they were like the best leads for me in the matchups. But yeah, I think when you just, it's an overthinking thing, isn't it? So I've gone from being like fully confident in the team selection and how I'm using it. I didn't bring Kingdra once, and yeah, look where that got me. So I think, you know, because she had Whimsicott and Celio, I think I was just too scared to bring it. And that was ultimately my downfall. And here I go for a bait. So doesn't get the shield. And then pretty much a wrap now. A little bit of lag, or visual lag. But yeah, that was all she wrote. So yeah, well played, Jen. To be fair, before it I was thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna get absolutely decimated. So I'm happy that they were closer than they were, like than I thought it was gonna be. But I'm not happy right now. Looking back, I'm just like, oh, what are you doing? Not bringing Kingdra? Like, stick to your plan. I'm doing a Matthew Brewer. Got a plan. Game comes around, and then plan goes out the window. So yeah, my moments of madness. So moving on to the next round, I'm like, right, sort shit out. Lead Ferrothorn into awak, which is not amazing. So I'm against Lewis, vegan wargamer. I'm sort of just accepted that I'm gonna lose the lead. So I let that happen. Obviously I got the flash cannon through, so it's not too bad. In comes Quag, and I'm just gonna farm down. I do shield up Dark Pulse because I'm thinking, well, I'm gonna take a shield from whatever comes in. It's Sableye, so throw Stone Edge after getting quite a bit of energy on the go. And then out comes the Earthquake before they get to their move. And yeah, no shield, absolutely destroys. Then he throws a Power Gem, which obviously spoke to him afterwards, and it was just a complete misclick, which obviously happens to us all. Out comes Crustle, throw Stone Edge, get the shield, and then Kingdra with a shield against Crustle is pretty much happy days. Throws the Rock Slide. Maybe if he baited me, might have got to. No, that was it though. No, I wouldn't have got to 2x's. So that was game 1. So game 2, round 4, I've got a Quag into awak. So I've called the lead this time. Not going to shield. Going to force him to shield before I do. Don't want to be at a shield deficit, so I'm going to go straight Earthquake because I'm either going to get shield or KO. So happy days. I've got to another Earthquake, so I'm going to shield this one and see what happens. Boom, goodbye. So in comes Sableye, and then I'm going to throw a Stone Edge. I get another shield, so he shields down. I've got kingdra and golbat, so bring in golbat, and then he brings out Crustle. Again, a shield. For every actors you get, oh, missed that bubble. Take the Crustle out, and comes Sableye, but he's not really going to be able to do enough. If he'd have over farmed on the kingdra, but the problem is the Dragon Breath is like so oppressive that it just scares people into panic throwing before before they've fainted. But yeah, maybe if he farmed to full energy on the kingdra, he might have been able to double foul play me. But yeah, it was close anyway. So Quag into Sableye. Again, this is quite a fine situation for me. Not too bothered. Build up to just over an Earthquake. I'm gonna throw Stone Edge, get shield, and he's farming a lot, so I throw again. I get another shield, and he just straight farms me down, and then swaps out into Palapet, so he's switch locked himself against my kingdra, which is great because I resist by the ball, and he ain't gonna get the Hurricane because I won't let him. I've got the attack debuff, but I've got 2 shields anyway. Bring in Golbat, get a bit of energy, and also just to save kingdra a little bit. I'm going to use both my shields on Golbat. Then out comes his Amok. And then I think here I had my own brain fart throwing a Poison Fang for a Shadow Ball, which is obviously a better move to throw even though it's resisted. It's going to get off the Dark Pulse, which doesn't KO me. So he's got to throw his energy because I'll get to another move. Then I can just farm down with kingdra and have a move ready for Sableye. And that's all she wrote. So final round. This was like whether or not I'm going to wait it. Holmesy, I was dead worried about this because we played each other and he absolutely battered me. Well, maybe not absolutely battered me, but I didn't play great. So I lead Sableye, so I'm trying something completely different here because he had a few things on his team that I hadn't really faced in this cup, and I wasn't really sure how to like work around them, and obviously Lapras is one of them. And I just, I know from using Lapras, like I like to use it as a lead. So I was sort of hoping that if I catch the Lapras on the lead, get rid of it, and then kingdra can sweep, but he's got a Ferrothorn. So I need to obviously keep kingdra away from Ferrothorn. And I don't do that very well here. And I've got quag as well, so I've got 2 things that are really, really bad against Ferrothorn. It's like, what the hell? But obviously I think the saving grace there was I got a shield from Ferrothorn with my kingdra, because obviously I charge up to trying to fake a blizzard, because obviously you wouldn't have known my moveset at the time. So and now I've just got loads of energy. I throw Stone Edge, get the shield, gonna throw an Earthquake, practically takes him out, swap into kingdra, swap back into quag, and the mud shot goes through before it lets him throw his power whip. I didn't see me winning that one at all. Like, I think that was a bit shit, to be fair. Like, didn't feel good. It just was a bit like fortuitous, but I'll take it. So second game, I'm leading Sableye again. Proper fucking with his mind, because he's just like, why are you leading Sableye? Sableye is a safe switch. I guess it is, but I don't know what the fuck to do against you, mate. Throw the power gem and it lands, which is happy days. So I'm thinking, alright, okay, what's she gonna throw? Throwing safe, and I'm like, ooh, do I keep switch? I feel like I need to keep switch, but I've done myself in again, because I've got I'm a shield down to start, and then I swap out into Kingdra, because obviously I didn't want to Sableye to get any like excess energy. And of course he's got Ferrophone on the back, and I've got Quag and Kingdra in the back again, like just asking for Ferrophone to just like demolish me. So I do get the attack debuff, which is somewhat good. I'll come back in with Sableye, hoping I can get to a foul play. Just get there. Shields. And then he swaps out into Sableye. So obviously I'm not shielding. Can't really afford to shield. Then the lag hits. And then we sort of called that as like, he'd have won that, because to be fair, I had to mud shot down there and then come out with, you know, enough energy to throw 2 stone edges, and would that have even been enough? So, and he had so much energy on his Ferrophone as well, so I think we just called that and a GG. So it's 1-1. It's a bit of a shame, but yeah, it is what it is, and there was not really much sense in trying to replay it. So we take it to the decider. I think it sort of was like maybe calmer from game 1. But yeah, taking it to the decider. Finally lead Kingdra into Ferrophone. Straight swap into Sableye, and using Sableye as a safe switch, which is pretty much how you're supposed to use it in this cup. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna mess with his mind. So neither a shield, then he brings in his own Sableye. So I'm gonna throw foul play. So I get a shield, but he's just gonna farm me down, come with a nice amount of energy. So I'm gonna come back in with Kingdra. Obviously I've got the shields up. Tank, well, I think I shielded like the last second. I don't think I was going to shield. I did, just in case it was a return. And now I can just farm down and see what he's got in the back. And he brings in Lapras. So I was like, right, okay, this is not great, but I got the attack debuff. And out comes my boy Dusclops. Just to be as spammy and as tanky as possible, please. So yeah, well, afterwards he was like, why didn't you bring Dusclops like until our last game? Oh yeah, there's a really nice swap there, to be fair as well, because I was like charge energy, like, so he had no idea when I was going to throw, so he did really well there. So he's cleared his debuff, but he was asking why I didn't bother bringing Dusclops, but his team had like Haunter, Alolan Marowak, Sableye. I was just like, you messing, bro? Like, you got so much stuff on your team that just completely walls my Dusclops. There's like, you know, he just takes it out. There's just no point. But obviously he just kept bringing the same 3 ones, so yeah, I managed to take it. Finished 4-1. Let's see if I can do any better next month. Maybe actually win one.